Good evening, friends. The Social Security program is set to face several changes this year. Also, lawmakers are now seeing an increase of Americans that would prefer tax hikes to Social Security benefit cuts. So, friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, on Friday and every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you need to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks to you and the ranking member for hosting the committee hearing today. And welcome to our witnesses. Thank you for being here, and welcome to all of our guests. I want to direct my questions to you, Ms. Simpkins, and I appreciate you being here. I'm particularly concerned by some of the estimates that I've seen about labor shortages that are long-term care facilities, not just now. I know there's sort of an immediate problem of not enough people at some of our elderly care facilities. But I saw an estimate that by 2030, we will need, given, obviously people will retire, will drop out of the workforce, but then we also have changing demographics in this country. We're becoming older as a country. I read that we will need an additional 7 million long-term caregivers at these elder care facilities. That seems like a shocking estimate to me. It's hard to imagine how we could possibly hire effectively a million additional people per year at these facilities, given the already existing labor shortages. I'm curious if you think that estimate is within the reasonable range, and if it's not, how many more workers do we need over the next 5 to 10 years?
Thank you for the question, Senator Vance. I have not heard 7 million. I've heard 5 million, but I can certainly, I'd be interested in your information, and I'll follow up and send you the information I have. In my response to that, we got hit by the pandemic really hard. Healthcare workers left, and they are never coming back. They said this was hard and we're not going to do it, and we've had to recover. And assisted living has recovered pretty well. What we also need to do is we need to build for this aging, our workforce is aging out and our seniors are aging, and we're doubling and tripling numbers when we get to 2040 and 2050. And so having a really intense effort on what that means to both recruit and retain, and if you don't mind, I'd like to share just quickly what we're doing.
Sure.
From a recruitment standpoint, so that's how we recovered. We were able to get really creative. We looked at people and said, what do you need? What is it going to help your household? We knew we needed to increase wages. So even in an HCBS environment, you can have rate methodology that allows you to pay a living wage and higher than what a minimum wage is. And then we looked at retaining because, as people come into the assisted living and they stay because they are so passionate about it. And in honor of their passion, we need to create something for them. So what we do is from the first interview, we ask them what they envision 6 months from today, 1 year from today, 3 years from today. We want them to envision a future with us and at least a future with the assisted living industry. And then we have to meet that need by career pathing, career mapping, and what we've done a lot of that, and what we've realized through those interviews and people saying, this is my career path, is we also need to skill path. We need to provide them with the resources, whether it's through a nursing grant, is through additional education that we're reimbursing them for, additional training that they need. So if you're going to commit to working within this space in a workforce, you also need to create and having a workforce that's continuing to be passionate, make a living wage, and have the tools they need and the want to stay.
According to the Motley Fool, the one thing you can count on with Social Security is that something will change every year. And just about everyone working or retired American will feel the impact. That will be the case in 2024, with several changes slated for the new year. Most of the changes will give people a financial lift, but a couple will have the opposite effect. The Social Security program is quickly losing money due to the rising costs of paying benefits, and the problem becomes more consequential with each passing year. The long-term funding deficit exceeds $22 trillion, and Congress has about a decade to address the issue before benefits are cut automatically. To that end, Social Security reform could be a major talking point for presidential candidates as the 2024 election draws more near. The frontrunners of both major political parties have so far navigated the issue with nearly identical strategies. They are promising to protect Social Security while criticizing members of the opposite party of supporting benefit cuts. A recent Gallup survey asked Americans to choose between tax hikes and benefit cuts as methods of protecting Social Security. 61% favored increasing taxes, while 31% favored reducing benefits. The vast majority of respondents supported two specific tax increases. The first is to apply for the Social Security payroll tax to income over $400,000. The income subject to the Social Security payroll tax is limited to $168,600 under the current law, meaning any income above the limit is not taxed by Social Security. However, the University of Maryland survey found that 81% of registered American voters supported taxing wages over $400,000. This is in addition to those taxed by current law. And that proposal would eliminate 63% of the long-term funding deficit. There is also a possible increase to the Social Security payroll tax to 6.5%. Current law stipulates that employees pay 6.2% of their income to Social Security, and employers must match that figure for a total of 12.4%. But the University of Maryland survey found that 73% of registered American voters supported a higher payroll tax rate of 6.5%. But that proposal would eliminate 15% of the long-term funding deficit. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Should payroll taxes be increased to 6.5%? Please let me know in the comments section below. Also, friends, according to a recent survey, childcare costs have been rising, causing great concern among parents that they will further increase in 2024. A majority of adults paying for childcare anticipate a $7,000 increase in cost this year. That is equivalent to at least $600 more per month. This expected spike is attributed to the expiration of crisis-era support that stabilized the childcare industry. The financial strain on American households due to elevated prices has been exacerbated by a 36% increase in daycare cost over the past decade. In December, these costs rose by 4.5%, surpassing the overall inflation rate. Experts are concerned that these accumulating expenses may impact the labor market and economy, making it a difficult challenge for parents to continue working and sustain consumer spending. Care.com CEO Brad Wilson highlights the gravity of the issue, emphasizing that families spent nearly a quarter of their household income on childcare last year. Bank of America data reveals that childcare payments per household have risen over 30% since the year 2019, with middle and upper-income families experiencing the most significant increase. This surge might be forcing some parents out of the workforce due to the inability to afford adequate childcare. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways.